You are welcome to today's live session. It's been a while. I'm sorry, I've been very busy, but it's good to be back. You're welcome. How was your day? Hope you had a good. How have you been? All right. So today we are stepping into something powerful and intentional. Yes, the year is coming to an end, and what actually bettered the idea of this class. I was talking to a group of women, some people I mentor, and we're talking about New Year resolutions, what we are going to be doing this new year, and how we intend to achieve it. And I just thought, well, this is actually a topic that everyone can benefit from because, planning a yearly vision, planning vision for a new year is very important because you see many people get into a new year with this idea of New Year resolutions. But by the end of the year, if you ask them, how well did you go? How much of your resolution did you achieve? Sometimes I have experienced it, where you just realize that, well, you actually set out big, but you couldn't achieve because there was no structure. There was no blueprint on what you are supposed to do and how you are supposed to do it. So today we are stepping into something very powerful and intentional. All right. I know that many people have the vision of what do you call that in vision boards? Yes, people have the idea of vision boards where you cut out pictures of things that represent where you want to be in the future and how you intend to get there. So if you already have a vision board, kudos to you. This tonight's session is not necessarily for a vision board, but if you take what we are learning, what we are going to learn today and translating it into a vision board, that will be good too. All right. But I just want you to have a notepad and a pen for this session. We are doing vision planning. Today we are planning our 2026 vision. I don't want us to step into the new year haphazardly. I don't want you to step into the new year not having an idea of what you want your life to be. Because I believe very much that your life moves, all right? Your life moves towards your most predominant thought. Your life moves towards your most predominant thought. So if you create a vision for yourself for the new year, naturally, that becomes your most predominant thought. I want to be able to finish my school. I want to be a better parent. I want to start a new job. I want to be better at reciprocating love. I want to stop shrinking for others. I want to retire early and establish my own business. Whatever your vision is, your life begins to progress along that line. I am a living, breathing testimony to that. I can guarantee you the power of your mind, if you learn to use it such that your imaginations are so intact, they are so organized, you just realize that your life begins to fall in line. There is a way nature, God just causes this world, the universe, to align, to bring your imagination to come to pass. I live that life. I'm telling you, my biggest superpower is the power of imagination. Yes, you're welcome, Jasmine. Welcome everyone again. My biggest superpower is the power of imagination. I keep telling people, if I have not done it, it means I have not imagined it. Vision planning gives you that capacity to keep ideas, to keep pictures in your mind such that your life will begin to gravitate towards that picture. Okay, so today we're going to be very intentional. You might not glue pictures, but you are going to write. All right. I want you to build the person you want to meet. Today is 21st of December, 2025. Tonight, I want you to build the person you would love to meet on the 21st of December, 2026. What is that version of you that you would love to meet 1 year from today? That is the person we are going to build tonight. So I want you to settle down, grab your pen and your jotter, all right, and breathe. It's going to be fun, I promise you. Some people say I can be very serious when I teach. Well, I am a teacher. So when I come here, I don't come for entertainment. I come to ensure that things are in place. And I hope that at the end of today's session, you will be better focused and positioned to carry yourself with the goals and objectives that you would like to achieve come 2026. All right. So today we are partnering with God, because many people always say, "Oh, man proposes, God disposes." I don't believe it's true. God thought is to bring you to your expected end. So that idea of man proposes, God disposes, I see it as laziness speaking. You don't want to plan. That's why you would hide under the shadow of man proposes, God disposes. God doesn't dispose our plan. God causes your environment to work for you. Okay, so we are going to plan. We might not plan as big as God would even want us to plan, but because we have a plan. Hello, Daniel, you're welcome. Because we have a plan, there is a way God causes it to come to pass. So I repeat, your life gravitates towards your most predominant thought. So for your 2026, what is your most predominant thought? What's your New Year resolution? If you have thought about it, because I know that not many people have thought about it. We're just so busy preparing for the new year, planning for Christmas, and especially for parents, what kids are going to eat, what they are going to wear, and then of course school fees is around the corner again, and we are engrossed with those things. But if you have actually started thinking about your new year and those things that you would like to achieve, I would like 1, 2, 3 people to just put something on the chat. What's your New Year resolution? I have never had a New Year resolution. So when I hear people saying, "Oh, New Year resolution," I'm always baffled. Like, really? Why would you want to put yourself under such pressure? Okay, because I feel like the way people make New Year resolutions comes with so much pressure. I want to lose weight. I want to start a new course. It's because it is so vague. I want to lose weight. It's so vague. It becomes stressful. All right. So I would rather have a New Year plan of by the end of the first quarter of next year, I would like to have lost 5 kg, not 20 kg, 5 kg, even 2 kg. Something simple, realistic, achievable, not something that will frustrate you after 3 days. So if you do have one already, what's your New Year resolution? Today we'll reflect on this year. Okay, how has this year been for you? All right, the reflection is without guilt. How has this year been for you? Do you feel like you have not achieved as much as you would have loved, or has this year been awesome? For me, I think this year has been my best year ever. This year has been so good. God has been so good to me. Everything that I have set in my mind's eye to achieve this year, God has empowered me to achieve. So how has this year been for you, and what's your New Year resolution? All right. So in the course of today's class, we'll be clarifying priorities. Okay. Sometimes we make such vague plans, such unnecessarily vague and big plans that, well, achieving them becomes a problem. So tonight I would help you prioritize. Oh, Bimo. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if this is a he or she, but Obimo says, rough year. I didn't achieve what I wanted to. I'm glad you were able to achieve yours. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. And I'm sorry you couldn't achieve yours, but I decree upon your life today that this new year, you would have a new testimony. This story will change for you. All right. This story will change. Your 2026 is going to be so awesome. It's going to be so wonderful. It's going to be so full of clarity and insight into what exactly God wants you to do. And God himself will give you templates on how to achieve them. That's my prayer for you. All right. So don't worry. Where there's life, they say there is hope. Your tomorrow shall be better. And the year has not come to an end. And I'm one of those people that believe in last minute miracles. So Obimo or Obino, I can't see that very well. I think it's Obino. Yeah, don't worry. Have a new plan, or whatever plans you had for this year, carry them over. Don't worry. And then today would create strategies and structures that would help you achieve them. So what I'm going to do for you is I have a template. If you want that template, you have to put on the comment section after the replay of this video is posted. Please, you have to go back and comment template, or I want the template on the comment section of the video, not on this live. All right? Because when you comment on this live, I'm not going to see it after the live. So when we have posted the replay, please just comment template on the video, and would ask for your email address, and then we'll send the templates to you so that even after the class, you can have something to, sit with, look at, answer the questions on the template, create a structure, create a plan for yourself for the new year, take deliberate steps, take deliberate actions to see your plans, to see your visions come to pass. All right. So welcome again today. If you are just joining us, please share the link so that others can join. Share to your friends, share to your family. And don't forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and like and comment. Okay, so let's dive in. Today we're talking about planning our 2026. And I asked, Faith, you're welcome. Good to see you. And I asked, what's your New Year resolution if you already have? Okay. And I also asked, how has been this year for you? How has been this year for you? Okay. So if you are just joining us, you can put that up if you would like to answer any of the questions or both. So I would like to start by saying very clearly that 2026 will not respond to vibes. 2026 will not respond to English. It will not respond to grammar. All right. It will not respond to New Year resolutions per se. It will not even respond to vision planning per se. All right. It will only respond to action, clarity, structure, intentional living. All right. So your 2026 is not going to be responding to just because I said so. It will respond to because I said so. I am actionizing what I have said, and I am seeing it come to pass. I hope that makes sense. That is what your 2026 will respond to. Vision plan is not decoration. We're not here to I'm actually here to help you create insights. Even there's more few that as I'm talking, you might not be able to accurately write what your plan is. But I want to open your eyes to the fact that you need to have a plan. And then having a plan is not enough. You need to actionize the plan. Okay. In my because I'm an addiction treatment specialist, when it comes to treatment planning, there's something we do. We say the goal, the objective, the intervention. Okay, what is the goal for this client? What are the things that this client needs to do to achieve this goal? And what do I, as the treatment professional, need to do to help the client achieve the goal? That is the kind of structure I want us to adopt. Okay, so you're going to have a goal for 2026, and then you're going to design an objective. All right, what do you need to do to achieve this goal? A simple example, if your goal for 2026 is to get into the university, of course, an objective is buy JAM form, attend JAM classes, take the exam. Because to buy JAM form and attend classes and not take exam, I'm sure that's funny. Oh, somebody said, I want to make more money. That's a good example of a very, very vague goal. All right. A very vague goal is somebody actually said this to me some days ago. I want to be a billionaire by the end of 2026. And I said, how? All right. So such things are what I really, really want to clarify. It's okay for you to want to make more money. Okay. But you have to write your plan, your goals in such a simple way that it's very clear. So if, for example, who was this person? I want to make more money. Oliver. If Oliver wants to make more money in 2026, Oliver should be looking at things like, how much do I need to save? How much do I need to invest? Do I need to start a business? What kind of business do I need to start? Do you understand? So just wake up and say, I want to make more money. If I ask this person, for example, are you a student? Do you work? Do you have a business? Okay. So if this person is a student and your goal is, I want to make more money, how are you intending to achieve that while you are still in school? Okay. So break it down. I'm going to take, by January, I'm going to take, AI course, for example, how to use your AI to, do adverts. I see that a lot on the internet, people advertising on teaching you how to use AI to create social media adverts that can then translate to money, because you're going to be doing adverts for people. So somebody can say, oh, in January, I'm going to take a course on AI, creating adverts with AI, and then I'm going to sell to targeted people. Okay, and then you put a price to that. When I sell, how much am I going to make? Of this money, how much am I going to save? How much am I going to reinvest into something else that will also bring money? That is how you plan and structure for more money, not just I want to have more money. So I don't want you to write your goal as this person really likes money. He's just screaming money, money, money everywhere on my comment section. So I don't want you to have your goals as money, money, money. Yes, money is the goal, but you need to have a structure that helps you achieve that goal. So I'm going to try and throw some insights into that today, so that when you leave this session, you can sit by yourself, sit with your book, and then begin to ask yourself, what do I need to do to make this money? Legitimately also. Obino says, what about situations where you have a plan laid down but no capital to execute to action? Nice. Beautiful question. Thank you for asking that. And I've seen that a lot. As a matter of fact, this is one of the reasons why people don't even bother to plan. Okay, I had such a client some months back. Oh, she wants to go into, she's a fashion designer, but she wants to do something bigger, and then she says, my problem is just money. My problem is just money. And I told her, your problem is not money. Your problem is strategy. I said, do you have a plan? What's your proposal? Your problem is money you're talking about. What's the proposal? What have you created a proposal for? Okay, this is the new things I want to do, and this is how much I need for it. If I ask you now outrightly, Obino, these plans that you have laid down, how much do you need to achieve it? There is at least 80% chance that most people will not have an immediate answer to that. And that in itself is a problem. Okay? Because having the goal, having the plan, but not having the vocabulary, the words, the capacity for you to sell the idea, sell the vision to people, it can be a problem. So even when you meet people who can help, you might not even have a conversation with them. You might not even start a conversation with them because so maybe you're not even thinking along that line. Or you are thinking, me that's looking for 12 million to set up this so and so business. Who dash? Many people also have that mindset. Who dash monkey banana? So they won't even bother to ask people. No, if you have laid down your plans, your goals, and capital is the problem, then you strategize on how to make capital. Do I create free products? If it is business, like this person I was talking about, a fashion designer who wants to make this big trousers that were raining some months back and the shorts and everything. Do I create free samples, 2, 3, give it to targeted people, top people in their organizations or in their churches or proprietors of a school who that if this person wears this thing and gets into their company, gets into their office, gets into their church, other people will see them and mama, I like it. Oh, sir, I love this your trouser. Influential top people. Do you need to make free samples for them? It could just be 3 people. And then from that 3 people, you might find 3 from each, or 2 from each, or 1 from each, or from that, and then from that one, you find another one. From that one, you find another one. Sometimes it is not the money. Sometimes what we lack is just the strategy. Okay, so the capital to execute or actionize will come. And I always tell people, even when you are putting a price tag to your visions, how do I say? Put it in stages. All right. There was a time I had a vision for a 650 million naira project, but I knew that I wasn't positioned there yet. Yeah. So I broke it down. If I scale it down a little and I start small, how much would I need? And it came to about 12.5 million. And I was able to achieve that. And then I'm able to move on and then move on and then move on. And then by God's grace, one day I'm going to come back here and tell you I have been able to do the 650 million naira project. But if you don't break it down, some of us might have plans and you don't have 50,000 naira in your account. You're already aiming for a project that is going to cost 50 million. You don't have people around you. You don't have people capital. You don't have friends, family members that have the capacity to support you with this thing. Yet you are making plans that are not actionable. At the end of the day, you're going to stress yourself. And then you get frustrated out of whatever plans you have because to you, it's not just coming to pass. I'm unable to achieve it. That is because you are not strategizing properly. We'll go into that. Okay, so 2026 is going to respond to clarity, structure, and intentional living. Structure. You must be clear in what you want to do, and you must be clear in the structure that will take you to where you want, what you want to do, or where you want to be. Don't be vague. Don't say, I want money. We all want money. Okay? So don't be vague. A vision plan is not decoration. We're not here just vision, because somebody will ask you tomorrow, what's your vision? Oh, I want to do this. It doesn't stop there. That is the beginning. Even the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, that he may run, he that readeth it. So that you can be running when you read it. See your vision and run. See your vision and run. Read it and run. That run means actionize. Take action. Take action. And then don't sit and also blame people. Oh, this Mr. A couldn't help me. Mr. B couldn't help me. No. If you go to Mr. A and he's not helping, come back and re-strategize. All right. We'll go through exactly how to do all that very quickly. All right. Vision is direction with discipline. For you to be able to achieve your vision, you must be disciplined. You must be disciplined. I was telling a young adult some days ago, you can't tell me you are planning for JAM and I keep seeing you with your phone. 24 hours of the day you are on your phone. And he was trying to convince me, oh, I'm reading on my phone. I say, you're a science student. You are doing chemistry practical on your phone. I know that AI and social media can do everything now, but hey, my dear, carry that textbook. So you must be disciplined. You must be disciplined. You must If you have to be the one that, okay, you want to achieve something quickly and it's maybe something that happens early hours of the day, you must learn to wake up early. So vision goes with discipline. If you write the vision and there is no discipline to actionize the vision, then it looks like we're playing. Okay? All right. So vision must have direction. It must have discipline. It doesn't have to be perfect. Write small, start small, and then you grow. My spiritual parents always used to say, and I grew with that mantra, if you jump up, you will fall down. All right. So a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old that their vision is money. I want money. I want money. When the money finally comes, they don't even know what to do with it. All right. I've seen many people. I work a lot with people who have substance addiction issue. And most of the time, the beginning of this problem is too much money in the hand of a young adult. All right. So you know what they do. And then they make a lot of money. And then the money is in their hand. They don't even, no plan, no goal, no vision, no idea what to do with the money. And then they get into vices. They get into substance use because, man, it seems everybody in that world seems to be doing it. So why not? And then it becomes a problem. So direction, not perfection. Discipline is what we need to achieve your vision for 2026 and even in the years beyond that. Most people drift through years reacting to life. Vision planning is the decision to respond deliberately. When you plan, you're responding to life. You're not reacting. All right. So today we are in a thinking room. I want you to think, even if you don't even have the capacity now, you're not in the right place or you're not with a pen and a paper, you don't even need to write it. Just ask for the template later. Okay, but I want you to think. I'm sure that I'm talking, your mind is being opened to the fact that, okay, it's not just to say, I want. What is the structure I am putting in place to ensure that this so-called want or need or desire or plan or goal or vision, I am able to achieve it. All right, so you're welcome again. If you're just joining us, do like, share. All right, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do. Please do. So before we move into 2026, let's reflect about this year very quickly. If you have your notepad, beautiful. So I want you to write on your notepad, what worked for me this year? What worked for you this year? Write it on your notepad. You don't need to share it if you don't want to. All right, what worked for me? Ask yourself that question. What worked for me this year? Okay, for me, I would say one major thing that worked for me this year was structure, calendar. All right, I incorporated the use of calendar so much into my life and my structure this year, such that, it has made my life very easy. So I don't procrastinate. I don't forget things. So if I have to see a client by 1 p.m. Monday, it's in my calendar. If I have to go retie my hair 8 a.m. Saturday, it's on my calendar. If I have to take my son to a dentist appointment 10 a.m. Thursday, it's on my calendar. If I have to go to market Friday 3:30 p.m., it's on my calendar. If I have to visit a friend, it's on my calendar. I put everything on my calendar, even my sleep time. I put it such that my calendar will remind me, today it is time for you to sleep, because you promised that every Wednesday you will sleep early. So calendar worked for me a lot this year. There's a lot I was able to achieve because I did not procrastinate and I did not forget things. Sometimes ideas pop into your head, and because you didn't log it in, you forget. So maybe that's something that somebody can also incorporate. Okay, if you have to send a message to somebody and I don't want to send it immediately, but I feel like this is important, I run to my calendar. So I set an alarm for 7 p.m. message to so and so. I can even put the topic of the message so that I won't forget. Then once it's 10 minutes before 7 p.m., my alarm rings and I know, okay, it's time to send this message. my life was just organized. It's the first time I'm actually fully into it like this. And I tell you, it's beautiful. So that's one thing that worked for me this year. So on your book, write what worked for me this year. What did not work? What did not work and why? All right. I won't answer that because there's a particular aspect that is paining me. What did not work for you this year and why? For me this year, I planned to take a lot of rest because I don't seem to know how to rest. I did to a good extent, better than last year and previous years. But I feel like I did not achieve rest as much as I would have loved to this year. All right. And the reason is, I am a helper and I'm in the helping profession, so it's difficult for somebody to call you, they're in distress, one way or the other, and you just say, oh, I'm not available. It's really difficult. So you find yourself, you find people rather encroaching into that time you have said you used to rest, or you are not giving appointments into the time that you're supposed to use to rest. No regrets. I'm happy for what I do, but I feel like I did not rest as much as I want. But of course, I'm vitalized daily. The joy of the Lord is my strength. But next year is part of my plan. Rest is still a goal for me because I feel like I don't rest enough. And this is going to be sounding very crazy to young ears. Like, why are you talking about rest? Rest? No. We are in a generation that believes in make money or die trying. There was a time that mantra was reigning, and then you feel like if I take time to sleep, I'm wasting away. No, you must take time to rest because the time that your brain revitalizes itself, rearranges, reorganizes, calms down is in sleep. Okay, so if you don't take time to rest, you don't take time to have good sleep, your brain would not function at optimal level. Is the truth. And then you realize that you have become forgetful. I ever walked into a room and I came here for something, but I can't seem to remember what it was. Yeah, your brain is crying for rest. So give it some rest. Oh, beautiful. A lot of things worked out for me this year due to planning and networking, and I have no regrets. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so what did not work and why? So for me, rest did not really, 100% rest did not work, but maybe I achieved like 60%, and I'm happy about that. But I want to do more next year. Then what patterns repeated themselves? What patterns repeated themselves? Is it procrastination? Is it fear? All right. Is it shrinking for other people? I learned this in 2019, and it has been that was a game changer for me. Shrinking to please other people. All right. Is that a pattern? Because it used to be a pattern for me. Sometimes forgetting things, does it have to do with anxiety? Yeah, sometimes it can. All right. It can cut across multiple psychological disorders or mental health conditions, but it can also just be because your brain is crying for rest, because you are not resting, you're not sleeping enough, you're not resting enough, you're not nourishing your brain enough. So forgetfulness can set in. Okay, we can talk about that after the session. You can send me a message, maybe on YouTube, or if you are in any of the group, because I mentioned 2 groups here today. So if you are in the parenting group or the resilient life group, and you can just WhatsApp me. Okay, and then we can talk about why you are being forgetful and what can be done about it. So I'm talking about what pattern did you see repeat themselves this year? Did you find yourself procrastinating and procrastinating and procrastinating? Did you find yourself walking in fear? Did you find yourself shrinking for other people just because you want to please people? Did you find yourself saying yes even when you want to say no? These are dysfunctional, unhelpful patterns that we don't want to carry into 2026. The truth is, unexamined years can repeat themselves. So if you don't examine your year, examine your life before you step into a new one, you might find yourself repeating patterns from the old year just because you did not examine it enough to know that this did not work for me this year. This friendship did not work for me this year. This relationship did not work for me this year. This business, all right, this whatever is not working for me this year. So if you examine your year enough, you will know what patterns worked, and then you move them with you, because you don't change anything. Then you will know what patterns did not work, and then you work on ensuring that they don't come with you into the new year. Little procrastination actually repeated for me. I need this discipline for time. Good. So yeah, I'm sure that this class alone is making you think. And if that is all I have achieved today, I am happy. It's making you think. All right. So think about it and take action for what you need to do and what you do not need to do. Okay. Of course, we can't finish all these topics in one day, but if you drop a message, send me a chat, whatever platform you think you can access me, we might be able to continue with those conversations, and I might be able to give you templates on what to do about dealing with procrastination, or and things like that. Somebody says, Eugene says, mine is actually working with fear. Yeah, those are patterns, fear. And then we don't want to move that into 2026. So what can we do? What is causing the fear? Is it real? Is there evidence supporting this fear? If there is, what can we do about it? If there is no evidence supporting this fear, what can we also do about it? You see how I've demarcated two types of fear. Okay? Because sometimes fear would come with evidence. Oh, there's something that's happening that is causing me fear. The likely result is if I work on that thing, the fear will go away. But it's also some fear that doesn't have proof. There's no evidence supporting the fear, but the fear is just there. That's where we talk about anxiety disorders and stuff like that. All right. So there are two pathways and there are also two solutions. All right. So it's something we can talk about out of here. But I'm glad you guys are thinking. All right. So examine your year. Reflection is data. It's not judgment. If I say examine your year, I'm not asking you to examine to judge yourself. I'm asking you to examine just to keep prints, keep data, keep statistics of, oh, this is what happened, this is what worked, and this is what happened, this is what did not work. All right. So what really is vision? For the sake of this class, I made it very short. Vision is a clear sense of direction informed by values. Your clear sense of direction that is informed by your value. Vision is not a wish list. It's not I want money, I wish I'm a billionaire. That's not a vision. Vision is not comparison exercise. Oh, look at my mates. Oh, look at my friend. Oh, this one. That's not vision. Vision is not a social media version of success. I was telling somebody this afternoon. There are many people who wear Prada and drive Prado on social media. But when you meet them in real life, there's no evidence of the Prada and the Prado. So vision is not a social media idea of success. No. And the earlier this generation, our Gen Zs and our Gen Alphas, especially, the earlier you guys understand that, the easier your life becomes, because the tendency for comparison that leads to anxiety and depression has become so high. Meanwhile, people you are comparing yourself with, if you get to meet them in real life, you realize maybe you are even better than them. Okay, so vision is not a wish list, it's not comparison exercise, neither is it a social media version of success. Vision is intentional. Vision must align with your reality, and it must be supported by your habits. I want to make money. I want plenty money. Money will come, you won't wake up. They will be dragging you out of bed 10 a.m. You want money. So vision, your vision must align with your habits. All right, I want to lose weight. All the food in the house, it's in your mouth. The one you will see on the street is in your mouth. The one that they will bring. No, your vision must align with your habits. But if you don't break your vision down into simple, achievable structures, it will work. You will not be able to create the habits that support that structure. All right. So clarity reduces anxiety. When you are clear about your vision, your anxiety reduces. Confusion drains energy. And it's true. When you're not clear about what you want to do, you seem like you're losing strength. I feel so most times. When it's like something is haphazard or vague for me, I start having palpitations because it's not clear. I don't know what to do. When something is not clear, of course you don't know what to do about it. All right. He said, somebody saying, what part some parents do compare their children with others? Well, I know that I have some parents here too, and we've talked about that a lot in my parenting class. So if you have parents that are not yet in my parenting class, please connect them because they would benefit from some of the pointers and tips that we teach there. Comparison is not the way to go for anybody. Even you comparing yourself with others is not good. Somebody comparing you with others is not good. You can look at people and be challenged and want to be better, want to do more, but to now sit in that wallow tendency of, you see my life, you see them. Anyway, you're not taking any action to better your life. That's somebody setting themselves up for failure. So to move into 2026, I want you to answer these 3 questions. And they sometimes are hard questions because I've done this with some of my mentees. All right, since last 2 weeks, this is basically the class I've been having with some groups that I mentor. And these questions sometimes will have to make you think, will make you reflect, will make you ponder. Because sometimes we don't think about these things. Where am I now? No, question number 1. Where am I now? Where am I now? If you have your notepad, you can write it. These are questions you need to reflect on moving into 2026. So to be able to plan your 2026, you must answer these 3 questions. Where am I now? Where am I going? Who must I become to get there? Did you hear? Where am I now? Where am I going? Who must I become to get there? Okay? It could look something like, if I were to answer that question for myself, I'll say, where am I now? Oh, I'm a clinical psychologist with one of the leading mental health institutions in Nigeria. All right? And that's where I am now. Or if it's family-wise, oh, I'm a mother. I'm a wife and mother to 3. That's where I am now. If it's academic-wise, oh, I currently have a PhD and I'm taking some online courses on whatever, substance addiction, and things that pertains to my field, mental health, basically. That's where I am now. Where are you now? Okay? I'm a student. I'm in 300 level. I'm in final year. Oh, I'm in youth service. All right, I'm serving. Or, oh, I am a CEO. Oh, I run my own company. Whatever. Where are you now? Where are you going? Where am I going? All right. If you ask me, topmost of my list of where I'm going is, I want to make sure that before 50, I have retired. All right. I want to retire and focus on my personal business, my personal dealings, my personal practice. All right. That's an example of where am I going. I want to set up my private practice. Where am I going? I want to graduate. Where am I going? I want to start a business. Where am I going? Oh, I want to start a new line of bespoke. I think that's what they call it. I think that's what it's called, bespoke, Abby. A new line of, bespoke wears, ready to wear clothes and all that. Where am I going? Where are you going? I want to get married. I'm single now. I want to get married. Where are you going? All right. Where are you going? And then who must you become to get there? Which is, as a matter of fact, you can have the answers to the first 2, but if you don't know who you should become to get there, then it's likely you're likely not to get there. Who is that person you need to become to get to where you are going? You need to become more disciplined when it comes to sleep. You need to become more disciplined when it comes to food. You need to become more disciplined when it comes to your spiritual life. You need to become more disciplined when it comes to studying. You need to become more disciplined when it comes to intentional relationships. Where are you going? What do you need to do to get there? You are welcome, the man from Yemen. So to be able to answer these questions, I want you to factor them into these 5 pillars I'm about to give you. All right. Who are you? Where are you going? What do you need to become to get there? All right. So these are 5 powerful pillars for planning a vision. 26, whether it is today, whether it is next 10 years, if you put these 5 structures in place, answering these 3 questions of who am I? Where am I now? Where am I going? And what do I need? Who do I need to become to get there? You see that achieving your vision becomes very easy. Okay, so the first pillar is spiritual growth. I said you cannot create a meaningful vision if you don't cover your whole life. So the first place to start for me is spiritual growth. So where are you now when it comes to spiritual growth, when it comes to growth outside your physical, growth outside profession, growth outside family, growth outside, when it comes to relationship with God? Doesn't matter the God as you know it. When it comes to your relationship with God, where are you? For me, this is your foundation. If spiritual life is weak, everything else will shake. And it's, for me, it is the truth. So think about things like your devotion, your consistency, your obedience, your healing. Where are you? Who are you spiritually as of today? All right. And one thing I teach people to do is use scriptures, use words, use images. Just find a way to define where you are spiritually. Okay. If you are one of those that really want to, build spiritual life, spiritual capacity, do better, I keep telling my mentees, all you need is, for me, all you need is 15 minutes a day. If you can tell yourself every day, 9 p.m. to 9:15, I'm going to meet with God. I'm going to meet with my higher power. I'm going to meet with my creator in whatever capacity you know him. Stay in the place of prayer, stay in the place of silence, stay in the place of devotion. You see that things change. I tell people, not everybody will agree with me, but I believe very much that the person that spends 15 minutes daily consistently in the place of prayer, all right, does better than the person that does 7 hours in 1 week. In one day, you do only 7 hours in 1 day, and that is all you do for that 1 week. Do you know why I say so? Because I believe very much that the person that meets God daily for 15 minutes has met God 7 times in 1 week. But the person that meets God just 7 hours in 1 day of the week has met God once in that week. This is my own theory and my philosophy. So, all right. So, spiritually, who are you? Where are you? Where are you going? And who do you need to become to get there? That's the first pillar, spiritual growth. Second pillar is personal identity and well-being. This is how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as confident, as whole, as emotionally at peace? All right. Do you see yourself as somebody that has boundaries? Do you have joy? Do you give yourself rest, well-being? All right. Or are you the one that shrinks for people? Are you the one that is afraid to speak your mind because you don't want to offend people? So assess your personal identity. Who am I? Do I have self-esteem issues? Am I assertive? Do I procrastinate? Personal identity. Who am I? Assess that pillar. All right. And then whatever you come up with, write it. And then that's where you currently are. And answer the question of where am I going? In my personal identity, where am I going? Who do I need to become to get there? Ask those questions. The third pillar is relationship and family. No one thrives in isolation. Your biggest capital, I say that, my biggest capital has been relationships. People have carried me. People have helped me grow. People have poured into me. That's why it's not difficult for me to meet with people, to pour into others. It's really not difficult for me, because I learned from 17, 18. People have been pouring into me since I was young. People have devoted their time to see me grow, to build capacity in me. So you cannot work in isolation. You need such people in your life. You must think about healthy connections rather. Who are those healthy connections in your life? People that applaud you when they see you succeed. People that applaud you when they see you grow, when they see you achieve new things. Who are they in your life? Don't focus on people that castigate you, toxic people that make you feel like you're not enough. If you have such people in your life, find a way to avoid them. Okay? But if you have people who genuinely, by their actions, show you that they really want to see you thrive, hold on to them. All right? Hold on to them. Communicate better. Build wiser boundaries. You cannot operate in isolation. Somebody said something that struck me some years ago. He said, wherever you are going to, you just need 5 people to get there. So if, say today, I want to see the governor, I just need 5 people. I know one person that knows another person that knows another person that knows the governor. That's the ladder, according to them. But if you really look at everybody, whatever you are going to have to achieve in life, you will be needing people's connection. You will need the ladder to use to get there. And that ladder is people. All right? So create good boundaries. Create yes, good boundaries for people who should not have access to you. Toxic people who do not actually help you be better. But for those people who you know are there for you, they are pillars. They help you do better. They help you assess yourself, even in a painful way sometimes. They show you this character, this thing about you will ruin you if you don't work on it. Hold on to such people. All right? Don't work in isolation. So assess yourself in relationships, healthy ones. Where am I? Where am I going? Who do I need to become to get there? The number 4 pillar is your career and your purpose. This is usually your public shine, who you are to the public. All right? So your career, your purpose, your education. All right? So where you are now, do you need education? Do you need more education to go to where you want to be? Do you need more skills building? Do you need to set up a business? Do you need to attend leadership class? All right? Where are you now when it comes to your career? Where do you want to be? And who should you become to get to where you want to be? So the question basically is, who do you want to be professionally by the end of 2026? Put that in the plan, okay? And then the last pillar I'll talk about is finances and lifestyle. What are your money habits? Do you know how to save? Do you know how to invest? Okay? You're making money, spending, spend. You just realize that 10 years after, you are just where you are. You have progressed, but not as steadily or as good as you would love, because all you do is make and spend. But if you make and learn to save and invest, you realize that money comes faster. And that's one thing that I don't think that is taught enough in our own part of the world: savings and investment. Okay, so to make the money is good, to eat it is sweet, but if you, like they will teach us when it comes to church, when you eat your seed, you have eaten it. There's there's nothing to plant. There's nothing will grow. If you there's nothing to plant, there's nothing will grow. You know. But if you take your seed and plant it, invest it, save it, sow it, you know, since it grows, and then it multiplies. So don't eat your seed along with your the other part of the money. I don't know what to call that part. Don't eat your seed along with your food. Be able to demarcate which part of your money is food for the eating and which part of your money is seed for investing. All right. So that's for finances and lifestyle. You must learn money habits. Your lifestyle should match the person you are becoming. So for clarity, you must ask yourself, who do I want to become 2026? What habits must I strengthen? What habits must I drop? Yes, so what habits must I drop? As a matter of fact, from people that looking at people that I have mentored, I feel like that's part of the question. It's very key. What habits must I drop? That thing we do or we say to ourselves, that's who I just be. It is who I am. When that's who you are, it's not helping your life. It's not helping you grow. It's not helping you move forward. It's not helping you progress. And yet you're telling yourself, it's just who I am. It's just who I am. You meet people who would have helped you grow, but bad mouth. You have used to insult them. You have, lost those friendships. And then when you are being corrected, you say, it's just who I am. If who you are is not positioning you for a better future, that who you are, you better work on it. If it takes you coming to therapy, come and see me. Work on it so that you can grow and grow well. All right. So, which relationship needs boundaries? I mentioned them. Toxic relationships that are not helping you achieve anything. Cut them off. Which ones need more intentional care? When you have people around you who are intentional about you, you also need to be intentional about them. So invest in those kinds of relationships. What's that one skill that can upgrade your earning power? What's that one thing that you can learn today? Thank God for the internet. What's that one thing that you can learn today that can upgrade your earning power? Go and learn it. Don't sit there and be doing God bring manna, God bring manna. God too will be saying, I've put skills in your hand, go and upgrade. I've put skills in your hand, go and upgrade. Okay, so what's that thing you need to learn to upgrade? Upgrade yourself. What do you need to do to heal if you are one of those that have carried emotional pain, psychological distress, hurt, betrayal, whatever it is that you are dealing with, even physical illness? What's that thing that you need to heal from? Identify it. It's good to call it what it is. Identify it and work on it. Either spiritually, physically, whatever aspect, whatever way, whatever dimension you want to work on it. Work on it so it doesn't become something that hinders you going forward into 2026. What will I no longer tolerate from myself? And when I wrote this question, I laughed. Many people would think I should write, what should I no longer tolerate from others? No. What should I not tolerate from myself? Is it laziness? Is it bad mouth? Is it terrible communication skills? Is it terrible leadership skills? Is it mediocrity? What should I not tolerate from myself? Identify it and work on it. Okay? And then be consistent. Even for people, inconsistency is something you should not tolerate. Yes. You do it today, tomorrow you're tired. You start something today, next tomorrow you're tired. Or you want to start a business and you're not doing internship. You want to build a skill, but you're not looking for mentors. You're inconsistent. So build it. Don't procrastinate. Don't play small. All right. So these questions, if you're able to ask yourself, they remove guesswork. They show you the way. They show you the light. They transform you. All right. So ask yourself these clarifying questions. Put them down and work on it. I said for you to have a vision for 2026, your vision must be able to run through something I will call the small steps method. And it is spelled small. In our addiction treatment, we are taught the SMART. When it comes to goal setting, vision planning, we are taught this SMART method. All right. But for the purpose of this class, I'm using the small steps method. So vision can follow the small. I'm not saying it should be small, but it can follow. It can happen through small steps. And the small is S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for action based, L is for linked to purpose, and the last L is for low resistance. So your vision must be specific. Not I want money. No. I will start thrift shop, fairly used clothing business. Specific. It should be specific. I would take jam form and write my exam. I would take a course that upgrades me from manager now to senior manager. Be specific. They should be measurable. Put time. In the next 3 months, I will do this. In the next 2 weeks, I will do this. Or every day, I will do this. All right? It's measurable. I would set aside 50 naira daily as my savings, or 10% of my monthly income I will set aside as my savings. Be specific. All right, and there should be action based. There should be things that you're able to take action on. I'll take a course online. It's you can take action on it. I will save 10% of my money. You can actionize that. So make sure that your goal is action based, and then it's linked to a purpose. Save 10% of my monthly savings, all right, for 1 year, so that I can start so and so business, so that I can, buy the laptop I'm looking to buy, so that I can start up the business I want. It should have a purpose. What you are doing now should have a purpose. I will do this daily or monthly or weekly so that I can retire early. It should have a purpose, and then it should have low resistance. It should not be something that even you cannot achieve. Then you come and say, oh, it didn't work out. Because sometimes we make plans that we know, except it is by divine intervention and mercy, that it doesn't look realistic. All right. So if you are working by faith and you are making grandiose plans, well, so God be the glory with your faith. But small steps that can take you to where you need to be tomorrow, they must be low resistance. They must be realistic enough for you to be able to take your own steps with or without divine intervention, with or without mercy. We pray for mercy, we pray for favor. Oh, I love favor. I walk in God's favor. I walk in God's favor. All right. But in planning your goals, you must also plan so that this one is achievable. When God breathes on it, it gives me speed, and it gives me mighty results. Good, but ordinarily it is achievable. So that's how I want you to plan for next year. And then you can divide your year into quarters. Quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. Every 3 months. Foundation, first quarter. Skills building, second quarter. Execution, third quarter. Consolidation, fourth quarter. All right, what do you need to do? What do you need to discipline yourself for? What do you need to plan? What do you need to heal from? Put all that in first quarter. What courses do you need to take? What certification do you need to take? What self-development do you need to do? Stuff like that. Put them. What exams you need to write? What upgrade for your life, for your career do you need to do? Put them in second quarter. You want to launch a project, you want to apply for something, maybe a grant, a promotion, anything, put them. You want to start a business, put them in third quarter. And then consolidate by fourth quarter. Review what you have done. Adjust where you need to adjust. Finish setting up where you need to finish setting up, but finish strong. All right? Do that. Now I'm trying to rush because we're just about 3 minutes past our 1 hour timeline. Okay, so we are almost done. So when you create this structure quarterly, it gives you rhythm and it helps you avoid burnout. You cannot do everything once. You cannot do the course and use the certificate to achieve something all in 1 month. No, you have to take time to do the course. When the certificate comes, you will now move to the next. So structure like that so that you are not burnt out. And then find somebody that you are accountable to. I believe very much in accountability partners. I have people in my life that I give reports to about my life. So when I'm working, I'm doing some things and I think about how I'm going to tell the person or tell my mentors or my spiritual parents, and I know the kind of look they're going to give me, that already tells me this one, don't bother to do it. Find accountability partners. You need them in your life. Someone that you can easily check in on. To say, am I doing this right? Is this what I'm doing? Especially when it comes to people in that your field, whatever it is you are doing, people in that area who can easily tell, oh, this is wrong, this is right, do it like this, who can easily give you advice. All right, find such people, share your progress, celebrate your wins, adjust your goals without guilt. If it doesn't look like it is working, you're allowed to adjust it. All right. You're allowed to adjust it. And just before I go, I would like to talk about something I called affirmations or prophetic alignment. That works for me. All right. So I will encourage you, have an affirmation, have a prophetic word. All right. Just have a word that you can anchor yourself on throughout the year. Maybe it is a scripture, maybe it is a prophetic phrase, maybe it's an identity statement, just something that anchors you as this is who I am this season of my life. It could be something like I rise in clarity, I walk in strength, my steps are ordered, I'm built for growth, I achieve whatever I set my hands to achieve. Anything that you can tell yourself that you can anchor on, find it, hold on to it, keep repeating it daily. Okay? The one I said to myself a lot this year was my steps are ordered by God. That means that I don't make mistakes in places I go to, because those places bring me to people who open my doors for greatness. I don't make mistakes. All right. So find an anchor and position yourself in it. Position yourself in the word. I am great. I'm great. I am a class representative. All right. My tomorrow shall be great. Anything that you want to tell to yourself, find an anchor and hold on to it and use it as a mantra. It works. The more you say it, the more you become it. Try it. Spiritually, psychologically, physically. This is a dimension I know works. So try it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 is waiting. I am excited because, oh boy, do I have plans? I do, big ones. And I know by December, I will testify. All right. So 2026 is waiting for your clarity. Is waiting for you to structure. Is waiting for the person you do decide to become, not who you have been. Who are you deciding to become in 2026? All right. And this is just a first step towards that. Just opening your eyes and helping you think and helping you work in alignment. Ask for the templates on the comments. Okay. I will send it to you. Sit down with it and write. Really, really write. Write the vision so that he may run, he that readeth it. Don't play with the power of vision. The power of writing and keeping this picture in your mind of this is what I've written, this is what I want to achieve. It works. Even as a clinical psychologist, I can tell you it works. As a Christian, I can tell you it works. So whatever dimension you are coming from, it works. All right. So what person are you decided to become in 2026? Write it and put the vision in your mind's eye. All right. So this new year, I don't want you to walk blindly. I want you to move with purpose. All right. Move with purpose, move with power, move with alignment. And I know that God's grace will abide and help all of us to achieve what we have planned to achieve this coming new year. So I celebrate every future version of you that will rise from this moment. I'm celebrating you already. All right. I see you big. All right. I see you. Actually, even in this session alone tells me that you are somebody who likes knowledge, who wants to grow. So I see the greatness in you and I call it forth. So let's build a year that reflects who we want to be, who God created us to be. All right. And I'll see you on the other side. So this is like going to be the last session for this year. Okay, so maybe our first session, especially for those in the parenting group, our first session will probably be by the 3rd week of January, because we still have a topic we have not covered, which is breaking generational patterns. So drop your questions, drop your comments in the comments, and then because we are way past time, I will not wait to answer the questions. When I see them in the comment section, I will respond to them there, but wait for me to upload this live session before you put your questions, because if you put them now, I'm going to lose them and then I will not be able to respond. So when the live has been uploaded, please put your questions on that and we will respond. Thank you so much for taking your time to come out today. God bless you, and I wish you a very, very, very relaxing sleep. I hope we have learned something, and I hope we'll put it to use. If you have questions, please don't feel free to drop them, ask me, and We'll work on it together. God bless you. Have a wonderful night's sleep. Goodbye, everyone.